stand Saturn's rings on edge and they nearly disappear. That's not poetic exaggeration, it's geometry. The rings stretch up to 282,000 kilometers across, yet in most places they are less than 100 meters thick. Proportionally, they are thinner than a credit card. The Creator placed something of extraordinary scale inside extraordinary delicacy. And yet those rings are not solid. They are made almost entirely of water ice. Billions upon billions of individual chunks, ranging from grains smaller than a fingernail to boulders the size of a house, each one orbiting Saturn at its own precise speed. Some pieces are coated in dust, some are near perfect white. Seen up close, they would look less like rings and more like an endless, slow-moving snowfield hanging in space. But here's what's stranger. Those rings are not ancient. Scientists studying data from the Cassini spacecraft, which orbited Saturn for 13 years before its mission ended in 2017, calculated that the rings are likely only 100 to 400 million years old. Dinosaurs were already walking the Earth when Saturn's rings may not yet have existed. And yet they are vanishing. Saturn's gravity is pulling ring material inward at a rate of several tons per second. At this pace, the rings could be completely gone within 100 million years. We are, quite possibly, witnessing a temporary wonder, alive at the precise moment in cosmic history when the rings still exist to be seen. Even more surprising, Saturn is not alone. Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune also have ring systems. But Saturn's rings are the only ones visible through a basic backyard telescope. Galileo first noticed something unusual around Saturn in 1610, though his telescope wasn't powerful enough to understand what he was seeing. He thought Saturn had ears. The rings contain 7 distinct bands, labeled A through G, each with different densities and compositions. The gap between the A and B rings, called the Cassini Division, is 4,800 kilometers wide and visible from Earth. And perhaps the most humbling fact of all, the total mass of Saturn's rings, despite their immense span, is less than the mass of the moon Mimas, a moon small enough to fit inside the state of Texas. A wonder of the heavens, sculpted from almost nothing. A reminder that the grandest signs of God's creation are not always measured in weight.